thoughts on it. I like it, but I feel like it's made it a little harder to see
The
certain
contrast needs to
hover
be adjusted.
overs. Yeah, but I like it. I don't like this sheet because it's still bright fucking white. I'll check.
It would help if people were saying things.
Test,
Otherwise,
test, test.
Hello.
Yes, now my mic is live. Right.
Nice.
Yeah, after I upgraded to OBS because Twitch said if I didn't, things would stop working. I now have to make sure the proper microphone is selected in the operating system and not just in OBS, or it doesn't work. So hopefully, few people can hear me now. If any of you can confirm that, if you've got a screen open.
you are being heard. Yes. Are
Okay.
we? That
I'd
is the
say
question.
you're a tad louder than the rest of us on mic, but
All right. I'm
yes,
going to
you're
make you
loud and clear.
guys louder then because I know where I am now comes over too quiet on the post recording.
Yeah.
So there we go.
No, perfect.
I
Okay.
I usually don't have people requesting to make me louder, so I am both. I feel humbled by this. I'm grateful. I'd like to thank the Academy.
All right, so guys, tonight we're back with some first edition Dungeons and Dragons, playing through the Desert of Desolation series, and what half the crew is sick tonight, like the players. So there'll be more groaning than punning from Groanwolf, and we'll see how everyone else goes. Speaking of which, who are you playing tonight?
So I am playing Groanwolf. He's a level 8 magic user, level 4 cleric. He is excited to sample, hopefully, the burning meats of the city we encountered last session. So,
I'll keep that in mind. Dion, who you got?
Me, Patsy, Arquette, level 5 barbarian.
So you do that, but we've since come to the understanding that Patty is actually very eloquent. He's just usually so mad at everything that he just can't talk straight.
It's true. He's lived a long life of not being able to speak, so it's very come and go. It's very strange. Think Krieg for Borderlands, I would say. There's just those except he actually has moments of clarity and actually can vocalize.
Nice. And we have Richard.
Hi there. I'm Richard, and I am playing Tristan. Yes, this is the campaign where I'm
Yeah.
Tristan. Sorry. The human-born, dragon-raised, remuneration redistribution expert.
The
Definitely
character that
not
is
an
still
assassin.
alive, unlike your other character who may not be alive. Right, Oak. Who you got?
Hey, so be playing Thabor, the still level 8 fighter, half orc.
And I think we've got a Jeff. We got his video in there.
He's trying to join.
Jeff, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Jeff. Who are you playing tonight?
Oh, I am playing Talina, the druid who was a warrior and is probably still very warrior-ish.
You can never take the warrior out of the whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so last session, traipsing through the desert, having gone through a serious sandstorm. When everything clears out, you meet one of the natives who also happens to be apparently part of the bandits who have been doing raidings, and you find out that the reason that they are giving the townspeople such a hard time is because townspeople are looting ancient temples and desecrating holy places, and so this is why. Don't know that you guys have considered that these are the only bandits out here or not, but these are some of them.
well, and that's the thing. Weren't they supposed to like be pro protecting religious things? I've heard of ludo narrative dissonance, but never loot-o narrative dissonance.
Oh, and there's the first the pun. More groaning, less punning. Remember, this is the groan stream, not the pun stream.
I can do plenty of groaning without the puns. Thank you very much,
There you
please.
go. So you met with some of these folks that live out here and protect the old temples, the old fallen and mostly submerged behind lots and lots of sand. Not really able to get a straight answer out of most people. However, you end up being able to cross over the very treacherous area that the city told you that you would never get through alive because of all these bandits who end up being, perfectly fine people. But you find a problem when you reach the city. Things are burning. There seems to be lots of devastation about. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with you releasing a djinn that stated he wanted world domination. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with that. So we'll take back up as you see the city burning below you. So you haven't entered it properly yet. You're just kind of viewing
We were surrounded by many, many of those people who we'd convinced something or other, hadn't we? All the bandits were there.
Yeah.
And they had shot our new friend in the head for being tainted by talking to us.
Yes.
And then they welcomed us in afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing how
sounds like a
hypocritical
whoopsie.
they are. That's fine.
Yeah, Richard, thanks for reminding us of just how slick we are. I think we're really good players. I think we did
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
We're like so good.
Speaking of good, from where we're standing, does it look like there's any good place if we wanted to enter the city that looks a little less harried and on fire?
Well, most of the buildings, anything over like 2 stories, pretty much destroyed. You see fires here and there. You see some people moving about, but not many. But the whole city isn't on fire. Just certain areas are. So yeah, there are places you could go into. The palace has been completely leveled. And from this vantage point, there's something odd about it as well. Like there's something shimmering in the middle, kind of the center area of where the palace was. Can't really make it out at this distance.
Do we even want to go here?
But all the bandits up here are basically cheering at the destruction of the people that have been desecrating all their sacred sites.
Even though they don't understand me. Yeah, I was going to say, Deanne, exactly. I want to slap one on the back
cheering.
and be like, fuck those
I'm
guys.
cheering too, like, woo, fuck those guys. They were dicks.
I'm going to go over to Patty, high five Patty, do a little dance, that kind of shit.
Probably don't really realize that's where they get their paper towels and coffee and everything.
Yeah, so we don't gotta do their mission no more, because that's these people that we're with. So the only mission we do have is if we decide and have access to the temple. And if they don't want to give us access to the temple or help us, and
Yeah, so
it's
that's
like,
that was the question. So the younger
Yeah.
man that just got a arrow through his brain pan said that he
Yeah.
had no idea where it was, but people here might, and that's kind of where that was left.
sorry if we tainted.
I believe we actually
Everybody.
got to the point where you guys were able to tell the elders that you saw the spirit who said that the lands could be redeemed.
Yeah.
I believe you did get
We
to say
did
that
that.
right. And so that's why you're not killed outright. Apparently, it's a good sending. If you see that spirit and if you have, that you are somehow fated to do something useful to
Well,
the people
that was
live
the
here.
thing that we led with.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're the heroes of prophecy. Come to
Yes.
do the. Oh my God! Do the thing that
Thing.
we're meant to do.
Do the
I
thing
definitely
they were
know about it
prophesized to
until
do,
now.
you know, the thing. Chosen people.
Uh,
Yeah, they agree. Yeah, that you described the apparition correctly. The young man was killed because he he failed in his duty, and
Right.
that's just how it is. Bob
That's
may
the
have
same
had a
as well.
history of failing. You don't know, but they were not very kind to Bob.
What was the thing we were meant to do? It was something to do going to his tomb and then.
You have to loot it.
Yeah.
You have
we
to
have to
loot
get the
his
staff.
unlootable tomb.
Oh,
We have to get
right,
the
yes, of
staff.
course. Traps that he built there.
Yeah.
Yes. And we were coming back here to get supplies.
Yes.
That was the original.
Oh, and
reason.
also possibly someone that could lead you to where the temple is.
Yep.
it's always handy.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just, miles and miles of trackless desert that you could just sift through and see if you can find a pyramid somewhere. I'm sure that's easy. Right.
So
that part hasn't been accomplished yet. What has been accomplished is no one here is going to strike you down or kill you, because I do believe that you are fated to do something useful for the people.
Well, what was our original intent before encountering these people on the way? We were gonna gear up to go make that trip, right?
Well,
Yeah.
we were just gonna catch a caravan and rob them,
No.
which we did, and then we went and we partied in the city, which then fucked us over to do a quest, and we ended up getting the last laugh with the Ifrit.
Right, but I mean, the return trip, we were just gonna try to gear up, right?
Just getting supplies and
Just
stuff.
Getting supplies, but also
pyramid.
trying to find somebody that could lead you to the temple.
Oh, that's right. Well, tell you what, there's a bunch of stuff just laying around out there now, y'all. I think this is a perfect time to gear up for a long excursion.
So not murder hobos, but now we're just looters.
The cisterns, the city cisterns, several of them are untouched. So I mean, water shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, cool. Well, I think we should act. Let's cistern act.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone want to try and explain that you need to be led to? I mean, you don't need to do that again. You can go and just see if you can encounter the spirit again, because the spirit was willing to lead you to the temple. You just weren't ready to go yet.
Okay.
So it's up to you how you want to handle this. If you just want to go down into the town, the valley below, have at.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get the water at least, and the provisions that we need, and if there's anything else fun down there, and then head out, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down.
I'm easy.
Okay. So with parting of words, they will make sure their scouts keep an eye for you coming back up this way, so that nobody just puts an arrow in you, and allow you safe passage back to the desert. You start your climb down this rocky, just precipice going down into the valley below, and as you're getting closer, you see that there are very few people. The ones that are trying, their best to be in buildings, out of the streets. You see an interesting thing, though. Some mad artists, perhaps it's performance art, but there are a whole bunch of salt statues that eerily resemble the populace just all over the streets.
I was going to ask about that, whether there were lots of, pigs in the streets instead, or piles of salt. There we go. Well, I mean, salt is always important when in the desert, because that's what you sweat out a lot of, and you need that function. So,
yeah. So
I don't know. We pick the most beautiful looking pillar of salt.
Mm-hmm. I luckily in the interdimensional travels with the Dark Lady, I did manage to find what Twitch was, and so I have an unlimited supply of salt. We just need to get to the future for a small period of time.
This would be a salt foo instead of your waifu.
Yeah.
Just
I like that for Tristan. I like that Tristan is gonna pull out a Venus de Milo of salt from the bag of holding.
Nice. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the populace got turned to salt as they were fleeing, and it's kind of in a radial out from the palace. So it's almost everyone's has their back to their palace, and they're frozen in certain positions as if some force struck them from behind, and they were just all turned to salt. Not everyone got hit that way. There are still several that are taking refuge inside what buildings still exist. Again, mostly the buildings that were 2 stories or less. All the tall buildings, it just looks like some explosion took out, went off very high and just mowed down most of the buildings. So what was odd about the palace, now that you're down here and you can see through the streets are made so that it all radiates out from the palace. So you've got straight line of sight in any particular alley that you're in, just right to the palace. There is a glowing nimbus right central in the debris of the palace. The palace has been leveled, so there's not debris left that's more than just a few pebbles in size. And then right in the center is this glowing kind of arch of just light. And occasionally you see lightning, crackle, and magical forces play in and out.
Okay. Does there appear to be any like heat emanating from it as we get closer to it?
No. Although any of you that are magically sensitive, so our druid and our mage, there's very much so. I mean, it's the amount of magical power pouring from that thing is palpable.
Okay.
Oop,
Before we go
it's
much further,
roll
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
under.
Jan.
It's roll under, right?
Yeah.
The detect magic.
But yeah, the whole thing is
Teach
just...
me a magic. Oh, it's magic! I just say out loud.
It's like that courtroom scene. You can't handle the magic.
Oh. He's impressed. Like, oh.
I love it. While you're doing that, Dion, I'm gonna cast Strength on you, Oak, and Talina as well before things pop off here potentially. So everybody, all three of you can take a 1d6 plus 1 to your strength.
Oh, okay, so you're casting strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure you and me, Tristan, can be sneaky together. We don't need the
1d6.
strength.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Max, baby. That's 25. No. Yeah, 25 strength now.
And the player notes has the strength table in it, if I remember right.
Yarp. I think it's +7, +11, if I remember correctly.
7-11? We can't go wrong.
Or 7-14, one or the other.
And so on occasion, you'll see like a line of lightning arc out and come back in, or a fireball come out and then go back in. There's something going on there. I mean, it almost feels like it's a magical battle of some sort.
Okay. I'm going to throw a shot in the dark and invoke Tellish and my Dark Lady, and I'm just going to ask them, like, is this some shit you want me to get involved with, or because this feels heavy?
So, like in your mind's eyes, like it's that boardroom again, and they both hold up legal pads that say no.
Okay, I will relay that to everybody and just be like, so you know the weird, my deity says fuck off with this shit right away. Not our business, but just put it out there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Patty, are you so you're kind of enthralled by this light show from your role there, as you're just, as you're seeing the awesome amount of magics, and you see, and this thing is tall too, like this arc of magical light is several stories tall, and near the top, near the apex out of it, a man on a flying carpet comes out, and he's just casting spells into it, and you see like this smoky form of a giant arm. You assume that's the djinn is trying to reach out to grab the carpet, and he's darting back in and out of this. That's the mage that you somehow wronged, that sent you on all of this to begin with. That is the court mage doing battle with the djinn.
Of all the djinn joints and all the overworld. Yeah, so looks like we should just hard scramble and pick up some supplies, y'all.
Yep. You're fairly close. There's a whole bunch of these wells that tap into the water cistern that runs underneath the city here. It's one of the reasons the city is here. This is the water table. There's a very large underground river. You're pretty close to one, so you can fill up on water all you need. It seems fine. It doesn't seem to have been tainted or the water disturbed by what's going on.
Well, is there... I don't know what we would use to transport it. Barrels? The barrels, yeah, they would work.
Yeah, and just looking around, like there's several shops here. Of course, no one's open during all of this. Most of them are just deserted, so you can walk over to a shop and either get one of those big, what are they called, amphoras? The large clay vessels that have kind of the round bottom so that they can stack better in ship holes. So like they've got amphora that you can fill with water. They've got just regular clay pots. They do have barrels. But wood is kind of a premium out here. There really aren't trees, so there aren't very many barrels. It's more clay than anything else.
What everybody in our party knows, a closed shop is just a little bit of elbow grease away from being an open shop. So I'm gonna just try to collect some of those vessels and start filling them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The M4 they're less wide than your bag of holding, so you can fill them and drop them into your bag of holding.
Yeah,
Perfect.
pretty much where I was going with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I forgot that they needed to be smaller than the bag, though,
Yeah.
which is why I was looking for barrels.
Pick
Sure, it
things
won't
up and
matter.
put them down.
Yeah, I'll help you, Tristan. I'll help you gather some of those.
Yeah, so you're just filling M4 up from the well, just putting bucket after bucket of water in. It seems like the mage is at least holding its own, but it doesn't look like the djinn or the mage is getting the upper hand. Although the mage is mortal, and you can see he's already sweating a little bit. Eventually, he is likely to falter, but for right now, he seems to be doing well. The palace looks like it's a complete loss. Anyone that was in there was probably destroyed. Other villagers are doing much like you are. They are rounding up what camels and horses they can. They're loading them up with valuables and food and water, and they're just GTFO trying to get out of here before the worst happens.
Okay. Any group of camels look particularly stout and hardy? Is there anything that?
Tell you what,
that
make
would
me a
be...
luck check to see if there's
Okay.
anything still around you that hasn't been looted already.
Okay. All right. I will roll under. I just got a notification in the way of the. It's like the notification popped up exactly in the click and roll 20.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Yeah. Over. I'm gonna use one reroll on that just because I'm curious to see what might be around. Nope, I'll keep that one because that's a nice roll.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what did you declare? High, low?
I declared low, so I
Okay,
failed.
but that's a nice roll, as you're saying.
It is.
So there is one small group of camels and horses left, and you think that they were left behind because they look a little malnourished, a little older.
Well, everyone, I relate to these nags on a spiritual level. I'm gonna go grab one. Anybody else need any camel help? I'll grab as many as I can.
I'll help.
I'll help. I
Okay.
got the strength spell, so I can just carry.
Oh, and Oak, you can 1d6 plus 1 too.
Well, Talina is, she's experienced with running packs of animals. So, it's not a big deal with Talina getting involved. She tells everybody, what to look for, like for harness and for reins and that sort of stuff. Blankets for the camels and horses, saddlebags if you can find them. And you're able to collect all the stuff. Meanwhile, around you, the citizens that are left, again, are just taking everything they can. Some of them are trying to hook up small carts to take stuff away. And of course, they did just what you're doing. They're looting places. They're taking away wealth. It's not their own. But yeah. And it doesn't look like there was a great number of citizens that was not turned to salt or perhaps perished in the number of explosions you see around. People do call out to you. Having seen you in town, the months that you were here throwing gold around like it was nothing, and basically just having a bacchanalia of fun around here, do recognize you. They're like, get out. The mage is buying his time.
Hey, Gary, like that kind of. Yeah.
We'll find another vomitorium somewhere else.
Perfect. I like those small birds you eat in one gulp. So I'm going to lick one of the people. I just need to know. I'm gonna lick one of the. Yeah, I just need to know.
Sea salt.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Gonna put that in the bag as well. Break off an arm, put them in.
Go for the children. They're smaller. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Little
Just a
6-year-old.
a salt baby under each pocket of the trench coat.
God.
They're already swaddled and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
mean, it's not cannibalism if they're salt, right?
That's true.
Right.
I'm gonna take one that's in a papoose and say this one's already in a convenient carrying package.
And we are the baddies.
Yeah, so you break off pieces of people for salt and do as you're saying. I assume you grab food, you grab water. Is there anything else you're looking for? Again, because the shops are, well, they've been looted, people are doing this quickly. So they usually mostly just grab things that look like obvious value, but it's possible there's other stuff here.
Okay. Is there anything that looks like it would help with habitation on the desert plain after needing
Like,
to nuke the sand?
Sure, like tents and pavilions type of game. Make a luck check.
Okay.
High or low?
Low again.
Low. Okay.
23.
Yes. So what one item do you find?
I'd really like something like sturdy canvas.
Okay. Like a pavilion or a single tent?
Probably something that would be able to fit as many of us as possible if that's not too big an ask.
So a pavilion would be like a stretched canvas top, but no sides, or just sides that you would string on as you need. Sure, you find that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's made portable, so you find all of the staves and the rope you need to secure it off. Dion, are you looking for anything?
Gonna go to the weapon shop, blacksmith,
Okay.
whatever it might be. What do I see?
Roll me luck, high or low.
Okay, it's always high, baby. High,
Right.
just barely.
So what mundane piece of weaponry, armor, or equipment do you find?
I just name it.
Just name it. What do you find?
I want like a throwing spear.
Sure. You find a long spear.
Long spear?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'll look that up later. Good to know.
And Richard was just showing us how in the post-apocalyptic future it's perfectly fine to drink your own urine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, no problem. It's fine.
Hey, you have to survive in the desert sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Richard.
Not urine.
What is
That's
Tristan?
not what I'm trying to find.
What is Tristan looking for, or trying to do?
As I said, not urine. I guess a map or a compass or something like that.
That's a good idea.
Need.
Yeah. Luck check.
Luck check.
High or low?
Low down dirty dealer. Nope.
No.
That's high.
You do find some maps. However, there are very few maps showing anything past the wall out into the desert itself. So you do find some maps showing like what other inhabitants are to the north of here in less desert area when it becomes more rocky and hilly. So you get some maps of other regions in the area that you have not explored yet. Like you guys got teleported here literally, and you've just been spending your gold here and having a good time. But now you've got some, maps showing you like civilization is that way. And according to the maps, there's a fair amount of it.
Oh, maybe useful if we survive this
Yeah.
thing then. And there's no, as I said, compasses or anything like that for navigation.
No, not really any
we can turn
lodestones.
around. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh well, I tried my best.
Oak. Sorry, Dion.
I just had a quick question. Is
Sure.
a long spear different than a regular spear?
No, it's same thing.
Okay, thank you.
Oak. What is Thyber doing or looking for?
Looking for extra skins and bladders for water.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, luck check.
Weird. Always low. Nope.
Right. Looks like that was some of the first things that were looted, as most people don't have bags of holding to carry big clay amphora full of water, so they took all the leather bags and pig gut and everything else that would hold water. So that's unsuccessful, but you kick down a few doors and look around, and you don't come back with much of anything. Talina, what are you doing or looking for?
Baskets.
Baskets. That's actually not a bad idea either. Go ahead. Luck check. High, low.
See, hi. Let me get on here. Damn it. Where is it? Let's go. Hi.
Yeah, there you go. The basket weaver's place is literally untouched. No one even bothered to kick in the door and go through it. So baskets, something that you may have been thinking of is also these round with kind of a knurled edge on it where you can sift sand through it, looking for stuff in the sand. There's several of those. There's regular baskets that you can hold stuff in. There's even some like lidded small containers woven as well. If you want
Yeah, and some of the
anything,
ones I'm looking for specifically because he couldn't find the the leather to store the water, but I'm looking for tight woven baskets that can hold water temporarily. I'm the
yeah,
water. I
you
make
yeah
the
yeah
water.
sure. You find a small number of them, very tightly
Yeah,
woven, designed to like used as a bucket and then moved into something more permanent.
yeah, for the camels. I need
Yeah,
it for the mounts and stuff,
yeah, to
just to
water them.
temporarily while we're watering them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sure.
Because as far as water, we really don't have a problem. I've
Mm-hmm.
got create water.
All right, GM's gonna roll something back here. Okay. The battle that's going on in this center of the palace, the remains of the palace, is just elevating. You're seeing the magician going through and back and through the portal several times. At one point, you see the Jinn now, just gigantic proportions, just puts his hands on either side of the portal. His head comes out, and he tries to just bite the the wizard out of the air as he continues to rain down magic on him. At this point, though, you can see that it looks like it's very much taken its toll, this magical battle. He's on his knees on the flying carpet instead of standing on it. You see he is bleeding in places, and it looks like he's starting to flag, but he continues the onslaught. Occasionally, he takes a quick look to see if the remaining people have gotten out of the city or not.
I'm going to take a look at the Jin's life bar. How is that?
Do you have the spell Heads Up Display?
Really? HUD.
Yeah, he's not looking good. And he's sacrificing quick looks around to see how many people have fled the town. There are precious few left. At this point, you're one of the few groups of people that are still this close to the remains of the palace.
Fascinating for that carpet.
Ooh, that's true. We might risk life and limb to stick around until he drops from the sky to see if the carpet moves on its own or if it's him doing it, but that's kind of enticing, Talina, I'm not gonna lie.
What's the plan? We're leaving.
They're debating if they're just
Are
going
we
to watch.
running away again?
If they're just going to sit and watch the asshole magic user die and then loot his magic carpet or not.
I mean, is the Dijin marked me? So like, I don't know. Is he?
Yeah, but that might not be a good thing. It might
We
be,
were told
hey,
not to
you
get
work for me
involved.
now.
Yeah, we were told not to get involved. Patty
That's with
doesn't
the
want to get
fight. If he's
involved
dead,
since
the
he
fight's
heard
over.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the question. Do you guys hightail it while the fight's still going on, or are you gonna stick
Can that
around?
magic carpet hold all of us?
No. It's
So
we
do have don't we have a giant monster of some kind, a sand shark
You got a
waiting
land
for
shark.
us? Yeah, so we kind of have our mode of transport.
He's gnawing on a salt pillar while you're talking.
Nice.
He's not with us.
No, he stayed in the mountains. We need to
Yeah.
beat
Oh, that's
him
true.
back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
couldn't cross the mountains on his stubby little legs.
Yeah. So we pick him up on the way back. I say we get the fuck out of here, y'all.
Yeah, we just want to leave the desert entirely, or
No, like I mean back to our buddy to go find that temple that we could loot.
yeah, why not?
That we must loot heroically for
That's
the
right.
people.
Yeah,
right.
to save the desert.
You know,
Exactly.
Tristan, your origin story was set up perfectly for this. It's like you were born to loot a temple for the good of all mankind.
Need to redistribute that wealth wherever we can.
Yeah. And you were actually asked to by the person whose grave it is you're defiling.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that means we're the good
Good
guys.
Wow, amazing.
Carte blanche. Yeah.
All right, well, if we think we've got everything, then
Yeah.
I'm serious though. I really do want to, if we can wait this out, or you guys can go ahead, I'll catch up. I'll wait. I want to see what the result to a gin. A flying carpet is, you know. You can already fly, so somebody's gonna get it.
I, yeah, but do you want to be around when whoever wins?
Yeah,
Whoever wins, we lose, and we win as well. I mean,
Watch from a distance.
yeah, watch from a distance. See what happens. I mean, I'm one small little person. We're a group of small little people, and they're doing this up in the sky, and they're not even looking at us. Or it's
Brendan's already got the popcorn.
Anti-aircraft and aircraft, and we're,
I mean, the wizard's bound to run out of spells eventually.
You know what? You've convinced me. Let's find some safe place to watch where we can still sort of make out what's happening and see what goes down.
So how far do you leave the city, or do you try and stay within the city but further away from the palace?
Oh, definitely far away from the palace.
Let's say like on the edge
where Bathsheba took her bath.
Yeah.
And we'll go stay up there at Uriah's house. We'll wash from there.
I'm with Oak. I say we go to the edge and be as safe as we can, as far as we can, and still see something.
All right. You find the very edge of one of the last buildings in the city that's still standing. It's 2-story. You're able to get up there and basically find a place to sit down and watch the battle, which lasts for, amazingly, another 15 minutes. And at one point, you see the wizard break away from the combat, go whizzing over the tops of the remaining buildings just to see if all the citizens are gone. And then after he is gotten the information he wants, doesn't see you guys because you're way at the very edge. way. He charges back in to do battle, and then there is just an enormous explosion, which the portal kind of implodes. A lot of the close by buildings are sucked into the negative space, and then it explodes outwards, just sending shrapnel through the whole city. Everybody make me 2 saves. First of all, make me a save versus spell.
All right, we have tons of rerolls. We got this. Oh no, I'm gonna reroll that.
Same re-rolling. Yay!
Hey, Bert, you can become famous and buy followers.
Yay!
Oh man, that's the best.
Yeah.
Can I buy those followers and have them come to my house to clean it? I mean, I'd pay for that.
Bert, in fairness, followers probably cost less than gas will soon, so let's just double down.
If I can harvest their bodies for electricity, that would be awesome.
That's my first.
Talina re-rolled. Okay.
Yeah, I did 1 re-roll, and then I took the second.
Good.
And then you said 2 re-rolls, right?
Or 2 saves.
2 rolls, but don't know
know
what the second one is
yet.
I need to spend a re-roll as well. So
do it. I'm keeping track.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure.
I got
There
you.
we go.
I got you.
That's still on the fence. I don't know. I'm going to re-roll anyway.
Well, we don't know what the second re-roll is yet.
Yeah, we don't know what the save is for the second one yet. We only know the first save.
So let me go reverse. Talina, did you pass eventually?
I did. I got 17.
Okay. Oak, did you pass eventually?
Yes, I passed.
Okay, Richard, did you pass eventually?
I did eventually.
Okay, Dion, did you pass?
Yes.
And Frienden, did you pass?
Yeah, Grown Wolf's eating some popcorn he found at the edge of the city and definitely passed.
Okay, so no one is turned into a salt pillar. That's good.
Oh dear.
I'm actively listening for fluttering.
Nice. The next save is against the shockwave that is throwing shrapnel all over the place. And this save is going to be, I think this one has Dragon's Breath, right? Which is a dex save, basically.
Breath weapon.
Weapon.
Closest I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what you use for, like, damage that you could possibly, like, duck out of the way or roll out of the way for. So everybody roll that.
Got 17s for both my saves.
Good.
Oh, I got to go again.
Failed twice, but my personal rule now is I only do 1 reroll.
Yep. This is not bad. This one's just straight up damage. It's not terrible. So, Frienden, you fail.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll
Yep.
go
Okay,
with
so
that.
just roll a d8. That's how much damage you take from just
Okay.
debris, flying debris.
2.
Not bad.
Nope.
Dion, did you pass?
Yes, I
All
did.
right, no problem.
Eventually.
You duck or you put your hand up so that nothing vital gets struck.
I put Grown Wolf in front of me.
Yeah, there you go. You put Grown Wolf in front of you. It's like, ah! He's pelted with these small bits of rubble.
I'm just eating popcorn. I'm like, what the fuck?
Tristan, did you pass?
Nobody sees me get hit, but I do get hit.
All right, go ahead and roll your own d8 against yourself. That's
Oh
not
no!
bad. Yeah, you just
Mine
get
and Nick.
just chucked in the neck by a bit of plaster, probably. Oak, did Thyber pass?
Yes, sir.
Okay, not a problem. You duck as well, or you stick your shield up, whichever it is. And finally, Talina, did you pass?
No, I did not.
All right, roll a d8.
Oak pulls Talina in front of him.
Yeah, I see you crack Grown Wolf. I'm like, good idea.
Fist bump.
No, not a fist bump. You just bump your 2 human shields together.
Yeah, we just smash them together. Y'all each roll another d8 damage because we have strength on. So.
Oh no.
You got that?
D8. Yeah, I
There
I
it
got
goes.
some advertisement.
All right, yeah, you get hit by a fairly substantial piece of masonry that goes flying by, but then that's it. Then everything's just eerily quiet. The glowing archway into some extra dimensional space is gone. More buildings were leveled flat, so there are now no buildings standing within like the first, half mile from the center of the palace outwards, and these at the very edges of the city are the only ones that remain standing. And it destroyed most of the salt pillars, too. All right, yeah,
Good
there you
joke.
go. So there was just this
Good
huge
joke.
explosion. Everything's gone.
I'm not all that fussed about sticking around for the after credit scene. Should we go?
We
I
don't
look
see either
out
the wizard or
window.
the Freet now.
You see
Right.
neither, well, you don't see the portal, and you no longer see the wizard or the Ifrit. Anybody got better than normal vision? The elf does.
Yeah, I've got, yeah.
What
I've
do
got
your elven
decent-
eyes see?
Yeah.
What do my elven eyes see?
All right. I think this is one of the things that we were doing wrong. I think it's a percentage roll. Give me just a second. Let me grab my screen here.
Okay.
If you did a frozen concoction, would that be an elven icy?
I like it. I like it.
Wait, Brendan. You
Uh,
should just,
We
you
got
should
the
just
official screen.
You should just use
Ooh.
4
Found it from long
rerolls and
ago.
get an auto success. I want this magic carpet.
We might see it in tatters. That might be what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
want to make a
Nope.
cloak like
Just just roll a d6.
Okay. All right, rolling that d6. D6. 5.
You can see something fallen at the base, like right in the center, because again, the palace was reduced to nothing but very small bits of rubble. There is something in the middle of all of that. You're too
Okay.
far away to know exactly what, but there's something there.
So things do exist down there. At least one towards the middle, the epicenter. There's a thing. If anyone is foolhardy or greedy enough. Oh, who am I kidding? We're all foolhardy and greedy. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll
tomorrow.
go check.
I'm already on the street running over there.
Yeah, I have the
This
highest
isn't
movement. I can
even
just
over.
run over and scope it out. Yeah.
I like the idea that I'm delivering my dumb soliloquy and everybody else just jets past me.
Say loot! Possible loot! Yes, the remains of the wizard's body is at the foot, or like right in the middle of the blast zone. The carpet is nearby, no longer floating. You don't know if it has been destroyed or what, but it's intact. The wizard is missing his left arm, his head, and his right leg, but the rest of his body is just laying in a meaty lump here. Yeah.
Thank God for that. I thought we were going to have to help him when you just said he was missing his arm.
I'm gonna look around
I'm gonna grab that carpet.
up and everything. Like, I'm making sure the coast is clear.
You don't see anything else about, and it's just eerily quiet after all that battle
Yeah.
and explosions and magic that was going by.
Hmm.
Well, at
Yeah,
least
it's all
whatever
super
comes
quiet.
by can salt their meat before they eat his corpse.
Oh my god. I'm gonna rifle through his
I was
pockets.
like,
Why
oh,
not?
yeah. Okay.
What's he got?
I'm
So
gonna roll up the carpet if it's there, if it's available.
yeah,
Huh?
you roll up the carpet. Yeah, not a problem.
Oh.
You get your carpet. Um, so just for your inventory purposes, it is intact. It is a magic carpet, but you're going to have to spend some time figuring out what its command words are. It's not just like on an index card rolled up in it.
Oh,
Abundance, sientense.
The magic user doesn't have pockets in his robes, but he does have a few rings on the remaining hand, and he does have an amulet that was once around his neck, but without a head. It just kind of just laying on the ground near him.
Somebody cut the damn tag on this carpet that you're not supposed to cut. This is the reason you're not supposed to cut this. Come
It
on.
says here, I think I can read this language. In California, it contains materials known to cause cancer.
Pregnant women.
Good thing you're not in California.
I show Grown Wolf all the magical trinket things, like the pendants and all that.
Yep, there are 2 rings and an amulet.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at
Rings
these
on the carpet.
robes and see if I can detect magic on them.
Make your roll.
Let me see what the percentage I need is. Hold on. It's nope.
No idea.
Fail.
You gonna harvest his eyes for wizard eye spells?
Yeah,
Head's
no
not
head.
there,
No
you
head.
can't do that. I mean, the lower end is intact if you need spell components.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
When the ingredient said a mage's wand, you're not exactly sure that's what it meant.
Oh man.
That's why we keep Grown Wolf around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 2 rings or 3? I was right.
2
with that.
rings,
2 rings.
1
2 rings,
amulet,
okay.
And 1 amulet.
and the carpet. And Patty is not convinced the robes aren't speaking to you. Actually, it's per item, Patty. If you wanted to try on the rings and the amulet, you can make me 3 rolls. We'll just do ring, amulet.
Nice.
But isn't that... Oh, well.
Ring, yes. Amulet, yes.
Okay.
Banana phone.
Second ring and the amulet.
The ring and the amulet are magical.
Oh, I feel the magics.
You did, and I take them out of your hand.
Mhm.
I'll disseminate them as soon as I can tell what they are. How about that?
All right, cool. We got some loot. We should get out of here.
Yes.
Now we need to go.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back over the barrier wall that keeps the desert plains away from the city. It's one of the reasons the city was able to grow here, is it had a windbreak in the form of this ridge of mountain lines. And so you hop back in. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just reveal something on this main map we have, because it's starting to give me a headache.
I was so happy you didn't have the magic carpet land in the marketplace amongst the carpet area.
Yeah. It's like, which one is it? No!
I would have done that.
The rings land at the jeweler's hut. Like, fuck.
Yeah. So you guys are like way over outside of the map. So like the barrier wall is kind of like right where A is there on the map. Okay, so you get back over the wall. Sure enough, there's a party of the nomads there to greet you. They were witness to the whole. Actually, you notice that there is a pillar of salt standing amongst the people that are watching. His brethren, not to get rid of a gift horse or tearing off bits of the salt statue because salt's precious.
That's
I was gonna say,
fantastic.
our own heart.
Mm-hmm.
I think we met some kindred souls, Tristan. Definitely. These people are all right.
I have some 5-pound bags for sale.
We just set up, fuck the campaign. We set up a salt emporium and we just make money.
I'm I'm all for it. I'll just
Yeah.
be the bouncer.
Sounds good. All right, so can we tell the direction we need to go to back to the mountains to meet up with our trusty sand shark steed?
You can. They will escort you down the other side, just so that other bands of their brethren don't attack you. They do show you a hand sign, which is basically it's like the victory sign. They show you, just put your left hand out, your right hand over your heart with a clenched fist. That will proclaim that you are associated with the Brotherhood anyway.
Okay.
They do warn you though that there are nomadics. There are nomadic thieves that range the area that are not part of the Brotherhood that also attempt to loot and despoil the ancient sites.
Okay. Do they have any distinctive garb about them?
It's pure survivability, man. Yeah, they wear the thing that's most able to make them blend in and not freeze during the night and fry during the day.
Fair enough.
All right, so you're led back down. Your sand shark leaps out of the sand, glad to see you, as you're still got at least a week. It's only been a day, so you got it, about a week on him before he's going to make another save and then maybe eat you in your sleep. You'll never know.
Okay. Well, Reginald, for the next 6 days or so, you're my best friend.
All right. So what is the game plan? You are leading out some extra camels this time because you laden them down with gear.
Did we?
Yeah,
you did.
We had the tent at least.
All right.
That probably didn't fit into the bag of holding.
Drone Wolf found these older camels and horses that weren't stolen because of their age. That doesn't mean you have to bring them, but that's what you found.
No. I get we've got the camels. It was just I didn't remember what we loaded them down with. So
Salt people.
Salt people.
Salt people. Yep.
It's just this camel that looks like something out of a From Software game with like all these human like silhouettes jutting off of it. Oh shit!
Awesome.
Keep them away from dispel magics, and we'll be okay.
Except they revivify with whatever pieces of them that were salted, chipped off, being flesh that sloughed off. So there's all these homunculi with like their limbs missing. Oh god!
Except this one lady that's got a flat spot on her cheek. It's where
Yeah.
All right. Well, we still need to know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where the amazing temple is.
So on the map,
old people.
Area D here is where you had the sighting of the spirit.
Okay.
Like right around this area here.
And didn't the initial nomad tell us he thought it was vaguely like southeast from where we saw the apparition? I think
The best of his limited knowledge. So if
Okay.
you want to trust that or not, but yeah.
it's a start, and we might find the spirit again.
Maybe we want to go to L on the map. Just for reasons.
Just reasons.
Looks like that might
I
be
had
a
that
good reason.
superimposed the whole time on the GM's lair, and it was starting to give me a headache. So it's like, let's just show that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we did have a plan to try and find it, which was, I don't know, have the land shark look around when we
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
somewhere sort of near where we thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask the singing bush.
So, right. So with the land
yeah,
shark,
shoot in the air.
let's see, how long would this actually take? 1, 2, 3. So it's like a day and a half to get back to where you were.
We tell it to comb the desert, cut to a shot of it with a giant comb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, has it inherited your sense of humor and puns?
Oh no!
Unfortunately.
Oh no! It's a pun shark.
Eventually the jokes will worm their way into your heart.
Mm-hmm. The shark has very little need to rest, so there's no issue with you pushing through a day, the night, and the next morning to get there. That's not an issue. So when you get there, though, so you've only got control of the one sand shark. They are an intelligent species, though, so I tell you what. Let me just make a roll here. See how charismatic this particular sand shark is. Ooh, okay. Well, 15 charisma. Makes it 10. So he's going to convince some of his buddies to do as you ask. And so you sent up your pavilion here as the heat of the day, the sun starts to come out. You erect the pavilion just so you can stay out of it while the sharks go and find what they can. And as we're talking, Oak is currently experiencing the full rigor of the desert all at once as he's freezing and burning at the same time from this illness that he has. Did you piss off any magic users in real life there, Oak? I think you might have.
Apparently, because of course Monday was birthday. I felt great. It was awesome. Had a fantastic day. The next day I woke up aching like hell. No, not because I partied or did anything. Just
What was this for you? Was this your 50th as well?
yep.
That's what
Big
it was.
50.
I mean, your body's just telling you you're near
Yeah,
death.
it's just done now.
Yeah, it's done. I mean, it's all downhill. It just doesn't get any better. Every day is going to be worse than the day before until you just give up. That's 50.
Good thing I'm stubborn.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Welcome, happy birthday, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
All right. So you guys wait. You wait through the day. Are you setting any kind of watch?
Yeah. I'll watch first.
I will work with Grown Wolf to see if we can figure out this carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We start talking about the different ways, that we can use it to do scouting, or there's like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, our shark is a finite resource, but this carpet, its love could be forever.
Yeah.
Yep. I think, and let me just check real quick, but I think magical research is based on like months. Not, it's not a fast thing. But let me just check something real quick.
Do you have an identify spell, Grow?
Let me check.
Because I think identify allows you to have the key words that are needed, or maybe it hints to the terms.
So with my intelligence modifier, I basically learn every spell at my level that I can. So let me just see if it's something I can get right now.
Yeah, it should be a first level spell.
Okay, well then, yeah, I definitely have it. I definitely have it.
And we just need to research that spell and see it.
Well, you may not, because you don't just get spells. You got to find them.
Oh, well then,
yeah.
then no.
It's a question of whether or not you found it at this point.
Okay.
I don't know how you're running it, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that on your list of spells that you got at first level?
No, it is not something I found in game or like was taught in the early bits of the campaign when I was under the tutelage of any of the magic users we met.
So we're just going with try and what do they call it? OD, on the job training.
Yeah.
Nice.
Learn and burn.
All right, let me just look at one thing here, but
Sure.
I do believe it's in months, and I think it's each month you spend. You get to make a roll at the end of the month, but
Okay.
I wanted to check something here.
I mean, if you can find the word for go up, then you only have a limited amount of time before you have to tell it to go back down again.
So one thing in my sorry, I thought you were done. One thing in my spell list that I did find when we were looting some mage was Leomund's tiny hut, and I am gonna start memorizing that for these desert areas too. I think it could be useful. I'm gonna do that actually now.
Yeah, you can definitely have the time to do that if you want to spend your time doing that instead.
Yeah. A bonus for his intelligence.
I do. I think I'm a +1 because I'm a 16 right now. Yeah. Double check that. Yeah, +1.
Oh, interesting. No, identify does not give you command words.
Okay.
It can tell you everything about the item, what powers it has, but it doesn't give you command words.
Okay. Let's just have a lot of conversations around the carpet and hope that something accidentally.
Tied down.
We can also look at like detect illusion, and we can actually even look into the weaving I don't know about the, it might be woven into the carpet.
Yeah, I tell you what. Okay, so Grown Wolf, do you want to spend your time getting that spell into your spell book and memorizing it, or do you want to help with the carpet? We just whichever
Um,
one.
I think you know what? I'm gonna work with Talina because Talina's very excited about this. And we risked a lot to get it.
Okay.
And then next chance I get, I'll do Liamon's tiny hut.
Okay, both of you make me luck checks.
What is that again? Is
Low
that
for
a
me.
Just low or high, D100.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do my one reroll here. Nope. Okay. My both mine fail.
I'll go high.
Nope.
All right.
All right, yeah. So if you're both good with those numbers, you examine it. As far as you can tell, there's not any word woven into the pattern at all. Although the pattern is particularly what's the word, geometric. There are a lot of geometric shapes and symbols in it, but nothing that looks like it is a word or speech of any kind.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what you figure. All right. So how many shifts do you want to set? So you guys really didn't sleep. Well, I guess you could have. I mean, you could have just trusted in nothing's going to come after a sand shark.
Yeah, I think the best chance we had to sleep was probably while we were riding that thing.
Okay, then everybody's pretty much well rested. So you're just kind of waiting out the day. All right, so I'm gonna do just a couple of. Oh, there is an encounter. Okay.
Well, the good thing is if we sell the sand shark, you can just tell it to lower under
The
the sand
encounter is
and
more
go eat
sand
it.
sharks. So your sand shark buddy comes back with a dozen more of his friends after several hours. And so
Is it wagging its tail?
what they tell you, I mean, this is like near the end of the day. What they tell you is that there is a barrier, and so like on the map, you see this that outlines this whole area here.
Yeah.
There's a stone barrier that they can't get through.
Okay.
But other than that, and they would only have time to do it from, let's say, J there to J here. That's what they were able to explore during the whole day.
Okay.
So yeah, they tell you about 8 miles in that direction starts what feels like a wall. It's solid. It's rock. It's worked rock.
Huh. Well, everyone, looks like if we're gonna get past that wall, we might need to jump the shark.
All right, so we just get there and leave the shark.
Yeah, which honestly, like, they're gonna not be our pals soon, so not the worst thing.
Right.
Send him away.
Yeah.
All right. He'll give you a waving fin in the air as he drops in and.
Well, wait. You can take us the 8 miles too.
Ah, too late.
Reginald.
Oh, he's gone. Yeah. So that he'll. So do you want him to take you today? So like this is late in the evening, or do you want to wait till the morning, have him take you, and then leave?
It's safe. He will still be under our thrall, everybody. So if we want to wait one night and set up watches, I'd be down with that.
Okay. 3 watches. Who's on first?
Yo,
Oh, you.
both of us. I'm squishy.
Okay. Who's on second?
Yeah,
I'll go.
go.
Okay,
Take
you and
last.
Talina. All right, and then Oak will have last. All right. So let me check something here real quick.
Oak and the shark are the last watch.
There you go. And my familiar, my cat, can chill with him.
Yeah, you can have Rusty too. You have all the pets.
Okay.
There you go.
So
You're so
middle
lucky,
of the second watch, you again see that phantasmal form of a man standing out in the desert, about right there, back to you, arms raised with these tattered rags around him.
Go over and see what's being said because I don't think we all saw him last
Nope,
time.
only Dion's,
yeah.
only Patty saw
Yeah.
him.
Selena will wake everyone up.
Okay.
Quiet.
Smart.
Not like the big ruckus, but just little nudges and hey.
who approaches.
I'll do
Yes,
it again
I
if
was
he's
going.
if he's
So
waking us all
Tristan
up.
and okay, yeah, it's pretty much as far as you can tell, Patty, verbatim to what he said last time. Just turns to you and again with his arms raised tells you about who he is and what his curse was and how to break the curse and bring back life to the area.
Does
Right,
it seem like a recording or like something they can interact with?
Don't know that you guys would well, I mean your hearers wouldn't understand what a recording is, but yeah, Dion, it's like verbatim what he said before.
Yeah,
But
it's
now
the
you've
same
got
thing.
someone else there to remember better.
Mhm. Yeah, it's the same thing he said before. Exactly. I
Yep.
think.
I mean, we can stick our hand through the thing, right? It's not a solid.
Yes. And it doesn't
Right, yeah.
change the cadence of his speech or anything. He like the spirit recognizes that you're there, but doesn't recognize that you're the same people he spoke to or the same person, Patty, he spoke to the last time. He just keeps talking in the same way. So what you catch though, Tristan, because Patty didn't remember it all the way, is that in particular, you have to bring out his ruling staff and a star gem from his tomb.
And
They have to be
okay,
removed
all right.
from the tomb to break the curse.
Okay, two things.
And
Alright.
who is Obi-Wan? I'm your only hope. What is that?
After he's delivered his lengthy speech, which I'm not going to reread because it is a lengthy speech, he starts walking off into the desert.
Can we follow?
Do you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, you follow, and you do see these kind of broken. There, you see these broken bits of rock that are sticking up out of the sand that looks like they were once a great wall. And he starts right here, right where the J is, and there's a break in this wall. It's enough that's easy for you to climb over, and he starts walking in. So that's a long. You're going to be following him for basically the rest of the night until the dawn. Are you wanting to do this?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Go back and say, hey, let us over to the wall. He kept
All right.
going, but well, I don't know that everybody else has stayed where they were or came with me or.
Well, Toledo
think-
woke everyone up. Whether or not they
Yeah.
followed is up to them.
I'll go. I'll go with them.
So we were all
I'll
awoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all woken
Yeah.
up. I mean, we can just
Screw it,
Patty will
let's go.
just get everything together and like we can take the land shark over to that J.
I can always come back and meet you guys on, but I'd be willing to follow him out.
I'm a little concerned that he, according to a recent recollection, is just telling everyone this and it's never been done. Kind of feels like maybe a lot of people think they're the chosen ones and then don't come back. Could be a little hairy, just putting that out there.
Congratulations, you're the chosen one of this week.
Oh my god.
That would be
Yeah,
a hell of a trap.
It would, yeah.
That's a lot of loot, though, too.
I mean, I'm still in.
Fallen hero loot.
Did you really believe we were the chosen ones?
My ego is so big, Tristan. I really did.
Because that was shit that I was spinning to get the other people not to kill us. Not that we were actually chosen. I'd say. Man, all right.
You were so eloquent in your recitation.
He bought
of the
right
events.
into it. Bought right
Yeah.
into it.
All right.
All the crap we've been through, you're saying we're not the chosen ones?
Well, not for this particular thing, I don't think.
I feel like there's like a group of gods that are guiding us, almost as though we were on a written path that was set out before us decades before. Yeah, I'd camp and my gut is camp and then hit the break that y'all just found in the morning.
Fair.
Well, we
Yeah,
have to,
So-
somebody has to follow him to find where the break is, right?
They did.
No, they just found it.
Yeah, they did. Tristan did.
Did we? Sorry. I
I
mean,
think so.
did we have to follow it 4 days and for hours and hours and hours to find the break, or did he just go over to the wall?
Well, again, remember each of these hexes are 8 miles, so
Right.
So you guys are like roughly between these two hexes, so 16 miles to the break in the wall if somebody wanted to follow him. In the middle of the night, at least it's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure I'd wander away in the middle of the night.
Isn't that the
If somebody
majority
is going to
of
wander
a
away
day
in the
of
middle of the
travel,
night,
though?
we don't.
Say that again. Oh, sorry.
Isn't that the majority of a day of travel?
It is. So like you'll be getting there at dawn.
Oof. Yeah, I don't think any of us probably did that then.
I don't know. It's up. Talina it seemed like she was willing to. Are you going to?
I was willing to, but no. I mean, if people think it's a bad idea, then I'm not gonna. I won't go.
I mean, in the
against
middle
it.
of the night, no, I don't know how we would be able to communicate with one another over that.
But once we get
distance
that
coming in.
carpet,
Once we can look out.
you could put Talina on the carpet and she could lie down and sleep, and you guys just drag her. You know?
This carpet is like Odette trying to get every friendly animal. This is Talina's white whale is getting this carpet. I love it.
We got to figure out how strong it is because we might not be able to fit on top of it. But if we tied ropes to each of the corners and then the tarp underneath it,
Ooh, I cast enlarge and strength on the magic carpet.
then it just carries the rest of us.
Turns out it's a rug of smothering.
Yeah.
It's a weighted blanket.
All right. So do you or don't you?
I think we said no.
No.
All right then. Come morning, that was the only encounters, more sand sharks. So the sand shark will take you out, and you know, again, they did this arc from J to J, and so you saw the spirit going off this way. So I mean, you can stand to reason that that's the direction you should have the sand shark take you.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean, that
the
makes
very worst
sense.
thing that happens is we have this encounter again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll follow it, and then we'll be ready to follow it. So yeah.
So yeah, you guys all get to right
He's
there
wearing
to
the
where the
same
break
clothes.
is. You start seeing like coming out of the desert sand the remains of this wall, and if the indications from the sharks are correct, this is the top of the wall. What they were encountering was like 20 feet down. So like you're hitting the top exposed part of the wall here.
Is there enough purchase for the sharks to get over the
They
top
can't.
of the, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're stubby little
Okay.
legs. They can't climb.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. I think this is where we say goodbye to Reginald, everybody.
Well, I can make room
Bye,
for it.
Reggie.
Bye, Reggie. Yeah.
I've got stone shape.
Yeah, I mean, you could destroy part of the wall so that Reginald could get over. It's up to you guys, really.
I say go for it, Talina.
You'll just
Okay.
open it
is
for
sand
other
on
sand
the
sharks
other
to come in
side?
later.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I can open it and then I can close it up again. As long as we're doing it fast, you know, we get through it and get our horses and our camels through it.
All right.
And
We
then-
get through Talina, and Reginald's like, "You're not stuck in here with me. I'm stuck in here with you." Oh no, this party.
All right, so you stone shape the wall enough for Reginald to get through, as well as your horses and camels. So you all end up. So that takes you on the back of the shark. For theirs, like a little bit less than half a day, and then you come into the interior. So about right here is where in the distance you'll start seeing the peak of that pyramid. You start seeing something in the distance there. So right here is a full day's of travel when you get to about right there.
Ooh, okay.
All right, we're down to about 5 on the Reginald counter. Everybody, if you want a day of buffer.
You might fail us next roll. It's possible. I feel like the
will
GM
do.
should have reroll tokens.
Yeah, you know what? That should be a thing that you implement.
I
is
mean,
people
you're the
can-
one who set this up.
Yeah.
I mean, have them come
that
to
one every
us.
time that we use one, it goes to
Exactly.
you.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good. I like that. That's very Warhammer or Zwei. Like I'm down with that.
God, then you go to the Dragon Magazine editorials. Are you a role player or a role player? back to the 80s. Talina will cast create water as needed, so we're all fit. Nobody's, water's not going to be a thing for any of us.
Yeah, I like the idea of keeping what we can in the bag of holding instead of using that first and utilizing Talina. That makes sense, Talina.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're a day's ride away from it. I said another night of camping. Is that what we're up for?
So you will reach the pyramid that you see in the distance less than half a day the next day.
Oh, okay.
So like you could reach it there tonight if you really wanted to push through and continue journeying through the night.
I'm down for either. Whatever anybody else wants to do, I'm cool with.
I'd say let's get there fresh.
Yeah, let's just get there when we're rested.
Okay.
Want to take the same watches again then for the night?
Yeah, I'll do first with Grony.
Unless Dibble wants to swap out from the pet watch for some reason.
That's true.
Okay, and the night goes by just fine. Just uneventful. The ghost does not make a reappearance.
What a bitch.
I mean, we're inside. What's it going to do? Point us back out again?
Yeah.
He's out there smoking on the dune saying, I thought they would never get in there.
Yeah, and then he goes and tells another group of hapless adventurers the same thing.
Abbott and Goblin, he speaks all these languages. Igmak, Tanglo.
Okay. So the next morning, you board the shark again, and he brings you to base of the pyramid. All right. So what you're looking at, there's a platform, and the only entrance that you see, again, it's pyramid, but the only entrance that you see is there's a platform near the top, about 50 feet up from the ground, with high steps on the south face of the pyramid that kind of go up to this platform.
Okay.
We're not seeing the whole of a pyramid. Well, how would we tell?
Mm-hmm. No idea.
Well, so we asked the land shark, hey, Reginald, is it how far down does the pyramid go?
Okay. Relay that through Grown Wolf. It comes. Yeah, it's further than the sand shark can dive.
Oh wow!
And it gets wider.
Does he see any means of ingress underground as he's going into the pyramid?
That would be difficult to search everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
As best as he can tell, no.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic and just take a look at the exterior of this thing.
Oh wow!
We can see.
The entire pyramid radiates magic. The whole dang thing is magical.
Oh, yeah. I'll let everybody know that.
Yeah, it's blinding.
Okay.
He slaps his face against the pyramid. Teach me your magic.
Make a roll.
I did. I got a 15.
You made it? Okay, yeah. The whole thing is just lit up.
You know what? I want to do one more just for fun. I'm going to detect illusion. And I pass. I detect illusion.
It is
if
not
there
an
is
illusion.
Any.
Yeah.
All right. I slap it and I go, it's real.
Take a chunk off. See if the chunk is magical.
I ingest the pyramid.
Oh, no. He's
honestly, that might be the best way to do it.
I say that as a joke, but then I think I do it. I'm gonna grind up some of the pyramid and snort it.
Is this still magical once you grind it off?
Well, we're about to fucking find out.
Make me a save versus poison.
Oh no!
Fantastic. All right, let's see. Oh my! Let's see how chivalrous I am after I state that I'm only doing 2 rerolls with this one. 19
colors now. So.
That's not the smartest thing you've ever done. Inhaling stone grit
yes,
directly into your nasal passage and down into your lungs, so like you're just overcome with the coughing, hacking as you snot up. But yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
He's an elf. It's okay. He's an elf.
He doesn't get cursed because of the curse of the.
You have to loot me.
Yeah, you have to loot his vital organs to set him free.
That'd be a fitting end. Then I'm just in the desert after the campaign telling people, there's stuff over there. I don't know. You're supposed to get it.
All right. Yeah. So it's a four-sided pyramid, and again, you are guessing kind of like an iceberg. There's a lot more of it underground than there is above, but the only entrance on the outside you see is climbing those steps up about 50 feet, where there's kind of a platform up there.
So how far around is it at the level we're at now? Can we walk around
Well,
it easily?
considering that the hex is 8 miles and takes up most of the hex,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but I don't know how much of that
enormous.
is above.
No idea. It doesn't say, so it's just
Yeah,
enormous.
Okay.
When I
All right.
see it, we have inexhaustible water and we have stone shape.
Mm.
So
Can
just
you
stone
make
shape our way
stone
through it.
shape work like an escalator?
We'll find
No,
a
again,
path.
there are stone steps cut into it
Yeah.
going up to this 50-foot platform.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
that's-
start ascending it. I this is what we're here to do. I'm gonna.
You
That's
don't
what
want to
I
make
want
your
you
own
to
entrance
do.
and just go through there with stone
Well,
shape?
Talina
We'll be here
can,
for a
for
month
sure.
making our way in.
It's a question. You want to do that, Jeff?
I would try it. You know,
Nice.
I mean,
All right.
and
Okay.
that's the way they want you to take.
Yeah. So the stone shape that you cast was yesterday. So this is a fresh one. So yeah, just mark it off and don't just make me a save versus spell.
Uh-oh. We got tons of rerolls.
This is how we learn,
In
children.
the desert,
I
you
believe
don't
in
shape
you.
the stone shapes you.
We do this right, we get that show on Hulu next season, an animated.
You just open it and we're in. Oh no.
Okay, you gonna keep it?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a
Oh,
d10.
no.
I respect it.
Oh no.
We're dying
What's a
1d10 days.
D10 for?
Salt, pepper, cumin.
Cumin. Time.
Yeah. Which spice do you turn into?
It's just a point of damage as your spell is reflected back upon you. And from this, you're able to learn that the magical nature of the stone in this pyramid is that it resists change. So your spell trying to change its essence backfired.
Okay.
But wouldn't his chipping it and taking it, and he tried to do the essence?
Yeah. Just rubbing off a bit of the outside didn't seem to change anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then it's resistant to stone shape.
Okay.
Well, you think it's resistant to any kind of spell that would cause it to change its form.
Any harm, huh?
Well, yeah.
Bypass.
I mean, we could take it further and say it's resistant to magical harm.
Yeah, all you know is that your spell was reflected back to you, and you get the idea that it's enchanted to resist being changed or altered.
I mean, there's always fireball, but it could really, really backfire.
No. Do not do.
Yep. So, Grownwolf, you said you were starting to climb up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna 10-foot pull it out and tap my way up.
All right. Give me a d6 check.
Okay.
You're an elf?
Yep. 2.
Okay. Well, then you do detect them. There are two of these desert dervishes, these holy warriors that are hidden in the shadows of where the stairs intersect with the overhang, just waiting for you to come up. They've got blades drawn overhead, waiting to come down. But you do see them and hiding there.
Okay. I haven't triggered them at this point then.
No, you caught them like, we'll say you're halfway up. So you're 25 feet
Okay.
up.
All right, I'm gonna make my way back down, and since I just rested, I'm gonna cast Strength on Oak, Patty, and Tristan this time. I'm gonna flip flop it.
Strength
kinda
all
want-
around.
Yeah.
Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. So D6 added to your strength. Check out your new bonus.
Max.
You're so dense that the sand starts sucking you in as you sink.
Minimum.
Dang, I got a max also.
Nice.
Tristan
You
doesn't
barely
feel all-
notice the
Yeah,
difference.
exactly. Tristan's like, meh.
Yeah.
Man.
Tristan's
Oh,
like,
oh.
and it's just like one little. It's like Popeye cartoons when you get that tiny extra bicep. Just
Yeah, I had forgotten what this character's strength was, so I am not even average human strength yet with that bonus.
that's okay. You're still stronger than Grodwell.
All right. So you cast.
And I tell everybody before I do as well that they're waiting up there.
You can always call people and say, "I have magical strength."
I'm gonna get out my Maul of Accuracy.
the throwing maul. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I get a better hit bonus to hit something with it physically than throwing it right now. So I get it ready and I just wait for someone to tell me to charge.
If we've got time to prepare, I'll probably summon monsters as well. Summon monster summoning 2, along with our since our shark can't get in the air.
Yep.
I mean,
So
he's
yeah.
limited.
So again, what you saw was just 2 of these desert nomads up there, just kind of waiting to strike down anyone who dares enter the temple.
Wait, are these the same people that we saw before?
They're
Just
like
the same.
possibly the rogue people that like
Possibly.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could possibly avoid a fight by making the sign, but if we make the sign, then they'll know we're there.
They also were before they were like we shouldn't be at the temple or whatever, and
right.
All
but
that.
if we shout at them in their, oh no, we didn't know their language, did we? We communicated telepathically with them, didn't we?
Were you guys given a sign?
No,
we were, a physical one though.
Well, you can go up there and when they make contact, or we can just yell it.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we make the sign, then we give away the idea that we know they're there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Either we get into a fight or we.
But that would be cool. That would be.
But that'd be cool. Be
right.
fucking cool though. I like the idea Tristan does it, forgets he's invisible, does fucking nothing.
Because you were the chosen ones. Of course, we're gonna see them. Right, and we've got carte blanche, so we go with that.
That's fair.
Blanche.
I did cast monster summoning 2. It's gonna get 2 monsters in 1 round.
Okay. You did stone shape the wall back though, right?
Huh?
Yes, on the outside we did. Yeah.
We did.
Okay. All right.
Did you summon Reginald back again?
Reginald's like, yo, fuck. Reginald's like, I'm pregnant. Like that's the second monster.
He's got a Hawaiian shirt on and he's a Mai Tai and everything. It's like, what?
This is my lunch break. There are rules.
Okay. You cast it. How long before they come?
1 round for 2 of them.
1 round for 2 of them. Okay. And it's a large creature.
Yeah, it's they say the examples given are like giant toad or knoll, that kind of thing.
All right.
Dervish, anything,
Maybe it's the 2 humans that are standing up there. They just come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's summoned creature, so
yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
Well, we don't know that they're not creatures dressed up in clothing.
They could be 5 kobolds in a bunch of robes.
That adds up to 2. That adds up to 2, I think. Yeah.
All right, so you precast all these spells.
Maybe one of us should at this point. We're prepared for battle. Walk up and give the sign and see what happens. Like we might have to fight either way if we continue our ascent.
I walk up and I do the sign with my free hand.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever it was.
See, that's just it. Do you remember?
Oh shit!
I was gonna go up with whoever went up there, invisible. So
okay.
Well, it was like an okay sign, and then I check with Grunwolf first. I'm like,
does Grunwolf remember?
What was it?
Bert, I don't fucking remember.
All right.
In
which case,
start throwing gang signs.
It's the victory sign. With your right hand and your left hand over your heart.
Okay, well Tristan was going with you, so he can tell Patty.
They just can't see him because he's invisible.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you relate to Patty.
Let's do this and like this.
All right, so if you do that, if you stand on the steps where you can easily be seen, and you do that, the two men in robes come down off the temple. They put their scimitars aside and they start speaking. It's in that same language that you don't really understand, but they come down. One of them is he's pulled out like a wine skin. The other one has pulled out some dried meats, and they're just offering it to you.
I when they start talking, I hold up a finger like, wait 1 second, and I look around for
What language do you
Tristan.
say that in?
In common I just hit 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh, you speak common?
Trade. Yeah.
Cool. I start I start sharing some of our rations with them too, and
Yeah, he
all
comes
that.
down, and it's kind of just a ritual thing where you break bread or you share food and water with brothers. I'm Otfez. This is Pachi.
Hey,
Hachi,
Pachi.
Fez.
The names are actually
Pachi.
there. It's pretty cool.
This is Reginald.
I am Patty.
Shark's like, it's all right.
What's up?
Yeah.
I speak trade too.
Oh, jeez. The shark is actually really smart, but I don't think he speaks. It's like, yeah, so Pachi and I are on guard duty. You're not part of the tribe.
We're here to cure the land of its curse.
Yeah. Pachi shrugs and says, so you saw the apparition? Okay.
Twice.
So the one speaking is Otfez. So you see Pachi kind of just rests his hand on the scimitar. So what did the apparition look like?
He had milky white eyes and tattered robes and spoke with his hands upwards.
Okay. Yeah, they both grin at each other, and Pachi just visibly relaxed, takes his hand off his sword. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. It sounds like you should go in.
One question before we do. How many people have tried this that you're aware of?
Ooh, today?
You sure? Let's start with today.
Oh, you're the first ones today.
Okay, well let's say 1 month of time.
Well, I mean, we get raiders coming through all the time. That's why Pachi and I are out here. We try to keep them from going in. But we weren't always out here. We just kind of took it upon ourselves. We were part of a larger party. There was a huge sandstorm that came through a few days ago, just wiped everybody out. And we were we're committed. We're dervishes. We're holy warriors. So we're just gonna protect this place until our God tells us otherwise.
Do you want to come with us inside to make sure that we respect it?
Oh, they both like, oh, no, we're not allowed to go inside.
Okay.
No, it's very much against our beliefs.
And
But
you watch
there,
our animals?
but there are looters that have gone through quite often. Probably some down there now. And Pachi here says that he thinks that there's some kind of cult that's taken up in there. Pachi's just nodding. You notice that Pachi's got like a scar across his neck. I think that maybe Pachi can't talk.
Okay. So you're amenable to us going in and following the creed set forth by the apparition. That you're okay with that.
If Amon Ra says that you should go in there, then you should probably go in there. I mean,
Okay. Do you know the way that these looters are going in? Is there a better way than walking up these steps to that platform?
They kind of look at each other. There's some kind of sign language that goes between them, but it's more like they're questioning each other than hiding anything. So yeah, no, Pachi says that he's not seen anything, and I certainly have since we've both been here, and they all just go up right there.
Okay. Thanks.
How soon before you start hearing the screams? Coming out of it?
Never hear any streams, but we've never also seen anyone coming out either. And we've only been here for like 5 days though. There's a whole bunch of lights way out there. Last night before? Know anything about that?
City burned down.
Which city?
The one with the assholes.
Oh,
Wizard.
That's every city.
So-
Wizard and the Freet were battling.
So who's been talking here mostly? Dion and so Patty
Sure.
and Frendon's there and Tristan's
Yeah.
there but invisible. What's your charismas?
Let's see.
I don't want you to roll. I just want to know what they are.
Sure.
7.
10. I'm pretty average.
They're both pretty average. Okay. All right. Pachi is signing something over to Atfaz, and it's like, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna. I like the idea that Reginald was a 15 in charisma and we're a 10. That's just I love that.
Reginald is just a thespian amongst his kind.
Hey, he was wearing a shark suit.
That's right.
That's right. Oh shit. So what is it that doesn't seem so important? Is there something that we're missing out on? I mean, we'd really like to restore the land for everyone.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, no disrespect, but you're probably all gonna die anyway.
I flex.
Selena walks up and she says, "Hi, boys."
What's Talena's charisma?
16.
Oh wow, yeah. They bow and scrape a bit. You know. Oh yeah. Hello.
What's this about danger?
Pachi looks like he's kind of ducks his head down. You see he blushes a little bit, and he puts out his hand, and there's like a little sparkly stone in it, and he kind of offers it to Talina.
Oh, and she looks at it. She'll take it.
He signs to Otfez, and Otfez is like, Pachi says he found this pretty stone the other day, and he would like you to have it.
Oh, well, thank you. So
it's a raw gemstone.
She takes his hand and deeply thanks him.
This is the stone we're supposed to find in this dungeon.
We're done.
Otfez.
Also, there's this staff which has just been sitting outside right over there.
It's their walking
And then the other
stick.
goes, here, I found this stick I'd like to offer.
Yeah, we're using it for a sundial. Otfez says, "Congratulations, you're married now." I gotcha. Just kidding.
But she does ask if there's anything, you mentioned that there's danger.
Well, no. Pachi here thinks that that this is a false tomb.
Why is that?
Pachi just goes into this big thing, with some sign language, and Alfred's like, I know. And Pachi here is something of a historian. He says that the stones aren't right. He thinks that this was a tomb to entice intruders, and it's not a true tomb at all.
The entire pyramid is magic.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe it's the true tomb then.
Well, we were
Pachi's just going.
Does he know what the true tomb is?
Does anybody?
Well, you know the legend, right? I mean, the tomb was constructed by a bunch of slave work. Amun-Ra demanded it be done. A lot of people died in its construction. He supposedly made it impenetrable and unrobbable. He had the engineers killed after the tomb was finished, so no one would know the layout.
So what you're saying is it's unlikely that there'd be steps leading up to an easy entrance in the actual tomb.
Well, when somebody with that much power and wealth and lust to enter the afterlife builds something that's supposed to be impenetrable and unrobbable, you think he might put some, red herrings out there. I'm just saying. Pachi's like,
Hey, Reginald, Can you do a little grid pattern here and see if you see any other large objects underground?
He dives.
And Reginald, look at me. You're my homie. I love you, dog. Okay? You're wonderful.
Shark blush, dives under. He's gone for a while, but he comes back with the same information. This structure is very large, but he thinks it's all one structure.
Okay. Huh.
There's none in this entire walled-in area, though. There's nothing else that he found.
It's too big, probably.
That would take
for him
days to be able to.
How long do we have them?
We can do here. We're here now. And if there's fallen adventurers, there's fallen adventurer loot.
Loot the looters.
Ever the voice of reason. Disaster capitalism, Talina. I'm all for it.
It's the way of nature. Loot the looters.
Yeah.
We
Time
could
to
just
survive.
peek our heads in, and if we don't lose them, come back out. If we're still feeling like there's nothing to gain here.
I'm for it.
I mean, if this is meant to be a tomb where everybody's who goes in it dies, then you would have something enticing in there to lure people in. As
Or
well,
like maybe an
even at the fake
apparition
entrance.
with a good story.
Yeah.
That's the rub of this, right? Is like,
But the apparition wants the place uncursed, if we can believe it. So
if yeah. If you know that this is the false tomb and you're supposed to be protecting the tomb, why are you guys sticking around?
No, because we've been given a holy mandate to do so, and Pachi
Okay.
could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What if they're the red herrings to send us on a wild goose chase to keep us from the temple, which is actually here?
Pachi says, "I'm not a fish." No. So let's see. Patty, it's a good day, Patty, when you're making a lot of sense to me.
That's some complex thought. Yeah.
I think we poke in a little bit, and if
Yeah.
it seems
We're
foolhardy,
here.
we backtrack. Yeah. Because we'll definitely be able to leave once we step in, right? It's not like this thing is super magical or anything.
Oh, definitely.
well, nobody's ever come out. They said.
Maybe it's
But then
super rad
that was
inside.
only 5 days. They said so. Yeah.
There might be another exit.
Maybe they don't want to come out.
Yeah, maybe there's like an endless party of undead mummy folk in there, and everyone's like, "Yo, free mummy coke, let's hang out."
We said there's a cult.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Well,
I
we've
don't
dealt
like
with cults
cults.
before.
Yeah.
All right, let me have one look around this thing, then at the top of the platform or wherever we are.
Mhm.
Let's have a look around and try and see if we can find secret doors or hidden things that might be there.
I'll toss my hood up and go with Tristan as well to be as camouflaged as I can be, since we're the two harder to see boys.
Yeah. So Othaz and Pachi will just kind of take you up, and so you should see a map off to your right there, parts of it anyway. So they were hiding behind these pillars here in L2. Do you guys see the map?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
See
Okay.
them.
So yeah, and you notice they've got food and water stashed there, as well as a few cots, and they tell you that so the entrance in, they're not there. There's two paths here, or there's two rooms, and there ends in a there's a statue in each one. I'm just going to reveal more of it here so you can see what they're talking about. So the right and left hand branches ends in rooms that have statues, and they have witnessed people come up, go in, and get in somehow, but there's no obvious doors anywhere. Like, this looks like it's it. Like, there's just these three rooms right here, but they know people have gone in and just kept going somehow, but they haven't really looked around, partly because it's part of the religious rigor that they're not supposed to be prying into anything, so they haven't really taken a good look, but they describe to you. So there's these three rooms here. So we'll start with L2, the room that they were kind of hiding in. They show you the back end of it. It's about a 50-foot square room.
I'm still in the desert.
It's to the right.
It's to the right.
Yeah,
Just kind of pan over it a little bit. So the ceiling in the room is about 20 feet up. Those are supporting pillars, keeping it up. It also provides kind of a cool draft in here. That's why they set up their cots and their food and everything. It's much cooler in here, even during the heat of the day.
What does the statue look like? What does it seem to represent?
It is windblown and blasted. You really can't tell other than it's a humanoid form. Two arms, two legs, wearing some kind of cloth clothing, but the face looks actually like it's been chiseled, so that, like, you can't see the features at all.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Tristan? Should we check out a room to the left, which feels to me like it might be L3?
So Richard said that Tristan was going to look for secret passages and things.
Oh, right.
I was going to do that outside of the place, to make sure there's not like a different entrance into here.
Okay. So you're doing that then. You're out doing that.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Elven Eyes here, roll me a d6.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. 5.
Yeah, room looks perfectly normal to you. So that's L2.
Okay.
You want right or left next?
Left.
Okay, left. Smaller room, 30 feet, 20-foot tall ceiling still. Center of the northern wall, there's a statue. You went out to talk to the spirit, right? Last night. The spirit that was wandering the desert.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did, yeah.
So the facial features on this one are mostly intact enough that it does bear resemblance to the spirit that you caught out in the desert.
Okay.
And roll me a d6.
Okay, on it. 2.
All right. The statue and the wall behind it are made of a different stone than the rest of the room. And getting up close to it, you also see that there's some runes that are written around the base of the statue.
Okay. Do they seem to match anything we have knowledge of in terms of language or symbology?
Well, I tell you what. Make me a D percentage roll.
Okay. Low, if that matters.
No.
13.
Okay, so the first passage is legible to you. It's an older dialect of the current language that the city folks spoke. So it's known to you because you spent enough time there to just kind of pick it up. You're not perfect with it, but good enough.
Okay.
So the first passage says, "It was said throughout the land that from the time forth, those who entered the tomb either came forth saying that its riches were already plundered, or else they never returned at all." That's the first passage. There's 5 passages on the pillar.
Okay. And that roll is for
just to see if it was still legible.
Okay. I got you.
If you want to roll for the next one, this is not a luck check. They want a specific percentage.
Okay. 62.
You cannot make it out. It's too wind blasted, too torn up. You can roll again for the next. This is true for everyone. So each person coming up, it's going to be as bad as told to Friendon here. This one's
4.
pretty good. The people, too, dried up and blew away like the grass that withered beneath their feet.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of that going on out here.
Mm-hmm. Another D percentage roll.
Yeah.
55.
Completely wind blasted. Cannot make it out at all.
Okay.
The next one.
34.
Bits and pieces. You get the building, especially in the bad year. Any future in the gold piece at all?
Any future in the what?
Gold piece at all? Like it's talking about currency.
Okay. Any future in the gold piece at all? Okay. That's
all
what we got.
The rest of it's completely messed up, and there's one last passage.
Okay. 37.
The trade business died, and then the rest of it's completely just worn away with time.
And from what we know, from what the apparition said, this jives with the backstory of his actions leading to problems in the land and things going to shit.
Honestly, this feels a lot more like it's quotations from a book.
Okay.
To you. Other than an oral history of any kind. It feels like these are quotes from a book of some sort. The
prose is too purple to be just somebody talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's definitely the statue, the wall. This is like a plug, probably. If you can move it, there's probably a passage behind it. Is what your elven eyes are telling you.
All right. I'd tell Tristan what I found.
Well, Tristan's still outside, poking around, seeing if there's another entrance or exit.
Okay.
Tristan, do you want to go ahead and roll me? I think you have a specific
D6,
skill.
right?
Well, don't you have a skill for?
Oh well, I thought I did, but then I looked and there's no search for secret
Okay,
things.
yeah. Then just a d6.
I've rolled a 1, so
Okay. There's not any other construction, but there's a conspicuous hump in the sand of the desert. Just a few, maybe couple hundred feet away, right where K is there.
All right. Well, I mean,
Yeah, because the rest of the place is just flat sand, but there's one dune right back here. It's just conspicuous because you don't see any more dunes anywhere up here at all.
it's not Reginald just lying there with this.
No, just waiting. He's got his mouth open underneath it, like, come on,
Yeah,
walk over it, walk over it.
It's like a crocodile when they crest just enough for their snout and eyes. It's just
Exactly.
I will point that out to everybody else.
Yep.
Hey, look,
All
slightly
right.
weird thing.
I'll come back since you're time has passed while you're doing that, so I'll come back and meet you and tell you what I saw too. I'll help you dig that out if you'd like.
I mean, we're all the way up here now, but I mean, we have to go back down all of the stairs, and then if it's nothing, we'd have to come back up here again.
I mean, to you, it looks
yeah,
like
sure,
there were
why
some
not?
other buildings behind the pyramid, and this is probably like the tallest of them. I mean, that's really what it seems like, is that there were other structures back here.
Maybe that's the pyramid for his dead dog.
Yeah.
Or it could be his actual tomb.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we can go take a look at that.
All right.
I'm down for that.
So you guys want to dig a little bit. It doesn't actually take long. I mean, you move, several feet worth of sand out of the way, and yeah, it is. It looks like it's the top of a building, not a pyramid, but a building.
Okay. Hey Reginald. We found something, buddy. I love you. You're doing great work. Could you check out this new structure, the edges of it, if you can find it, and tell me if you see an entrance or anything?
He'll dive, but he basically comes back and tells you that as far as he can tell, it's all one piece. Like there's a little bit of gap between the two, but if he goes down further, it's all connected.
Okay. So it's still magical, still probably will resist stone shake, potentially.
I'm sorry, buddy. Oh. I stepped on a paw.
Aw. Does that make you feel like the worst person whenever you accidentally step on a pet something and they look at you like,
yes.
How could you?
Yes, he's looking at me right now with these hurt eyes, like,
Yeah.
betrayal. This will only be fixed by you giving me a steak.
And what he means is a stake in all your future earnings. They just have to go to the tithe of bones, though.
Oh, he just laid down on my feet. He's fine. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So Reginald, the sand shark, basically says it all seems to be one piece to him.
I mean, do we know it's magical?
Would my detect magic still be in effect? No. Yeah.
Ended long ago.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab Patty and say, "You seem to have a way with these things sometimes. Was this a new structure showing you any magics, my friend?"
Stare at it intently. I don't know.
Lick the wall.
Oh shit! I would know how that made me feel before. I'm gonna snort a tiny bit of this structure.
Gonna snort a line of the structure.
Yeah.
Make me save versus spell.
All
Or
right,
poison. Sorry, save versus poison.
Oh, save versus poison. Okay. Boop, boop. I succeed again.
All right. Yeah, same thing. I mean, just hacking and coughing and snotting. It tastes pretty much the same.
Does it feel like the same hacking? Okay, it
Yeah.
does. It does. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to say, from what my olfactory senses are telling me, I think it might be the same thing.
Does the snot glitter? It's like
I don't know, but my next sneeze is fabulous.
And does Grown Wolf tell them about the secret passage?
Yeah, absolutely. So up to the left passage, there's a little bit of prose up there, and additionally, discolored stone looks like it might be something that could be moved out of the way or entered upon. Something.
You need me to make something move?
I mean, you're both. There are a few of you that are very strong right now, and one of you that is slightly stronger than usual.
I pose dramatically.
Yeah, I'll go up there and I'll move whatever it is. Like
What
if you
is
point
your
it out.
strength currently?
25.
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, it is
You're gonna
literally
die.
it weighs a few tons, and it's literally a plug that's right in front of a hole. So you just you pull it out of the way. It grinds on the stone beneath it, and you find a passage.
I
I'm telling
found
you.
a hole.
Patty, the
Now-
best thing I've ever done is cast strength on you. Ever. I'm telling you that. I love you, buddy.
Now the
First
thing
condition
about this
25
though is that
godlike.
there's no way that other intruders to this place could have gone this way, because looking at the stone of the floor, you just gouged the floor, and it was pristine beforehand.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? The dervishes might be right. That might be a false mean of ingress elsewhere. This might be the actual way to the tomb. Maybe this is a good sign.
Mm, hidden.
You know,
Untouched.
I'm gonna say this, Patty. If it's supposed to be hidden, it's a totally different color. I'm kind of like, they could have maybe made it out of the same stone. That's all I'm saying.
They'd say that no man would be able to get in. No man would be as strong as me.
They didn't know Unearthed Arcana. They didn't know you were gonna be able to just look at things and tell the nature of them.
They know they built you.
Yeah. Barbarians are just built different. So with dark vision, as I'm looking in this new entryway, do I see anything obvious?
It's much cooler in here. So
Okay.
yeah, you're looking at your dark vision. Everything is more muted, cooler. So you've got this T intersection. How far into that do you go?
I would go 10-foot pole still out from the steps. I'd go tapping around and I'll ping like right at the edge of the T here to kind of peer around a corner left and right.
Okay, I'm just gonna move your token there.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Well, so what you see is kind of it's a round room off this way, and then there's another room over here. It's got a statue in it again. Another corridor that way. You can see a little bit further down this way. It's a long passageway, but where it says L5 there is interesting. You smell like this is a scent of sweet water, and if you look down in there, it is it's an archway, and there's a circular shaft 30 feet in diameter. The walls are kind of wet, a little bit slimy, and the hole in the floor just drops straight down. But there's a sweet smell of cool water that's kind of wafting up from it.
Oh, Bert, you know what I forgot? I cast monster summoning.
Oh yeah, so the monster summoning, there's actually, because of the wall, there's nothing in the earth around you, so what you summon is two rocks, the big huge birds.
Yeah.
And they just kind of land on top of the pyramid, just kind of looking down at everybody. Like, what?
Love you guys. Great job. Just keep an eye out for anybody that's not us running out of this thing, I guess.
Make me a luck check.
Okay.
High or low?
Low for me. 9.
All right. They're hungry. They see your land shark, but the land shark is smart enough to burrow into the desert.
Oh man. Well, hopefully those dervishes are well prepared. But yeah, okay. I'll tell everybody what I just saw.
I can identify purity of water. So I can take a basket and go over there and, with a basket and some rope.
Yeah. Okay, you do that. You pick up one of the baskets that are tightly woven, and some of the sweetest, coolest temperature-wise water. It's almost as if the water came from a mountain stream, comes up in that basket. It smells fresh. It smells like, it's just amazing. It smells like the freshest water you've ever had.
Better than I can make.
You gonna try it?
If it passed my detection,
Yeah.
then yeah, I will try it.
Roll a d10.
You're in detention now.
I am in detention. Oh damn.
Were you down any hit points?
Huh? Yeah, I was down 6.
Well, now you're only down 2.
No.
No, the water it just tastes amazing. You've never had water this sweet, this natural.
I'm gonna suggest to the party that we dump out the water that we had in all of the stuff in the bag of holding and replace it with this. Or at least some of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we might as well fill up the dervishes' things and
Yeah.
water our cows, etc.
Yeah, I'll take one basket and put it outside for the rocks as well, just to sweeten the pot here.
Yeah.
Nice. Actually, you know what I didn't do? Well, actually, they don't get a save with summon monster. You didn't try to charm them. You just
No, I didn't try to
Yeah,
charm
yeah.
them,
So they'll drink. Yeah, they don't get much water around here. We'll call it there as you pull up water for your beasts. If all of you drink, is anybody down more than 10 hit points right now?
Let me
Yes.
check.
Well, roll.
Probably
Anyone that's down hit points, roll a d10. That's how many you get back.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's exactly what I needed.
And yeah, it's just amazing. It just it runs over your body, healing old wounds. Tension kind of dissipates. It's also very cool, very cold. There is no. Talina did have to make a rope and use one of the baskets. As there's no capstan and turnstile here for a bucket at all.
Yeah.
End of session. I can ask next one.
Yeah, but we'll end it there. So we are into a tomb. We'll find out if it is the tomb or just a tomb next time. And Frendon, what do you got going on?
So right now, still kind of on a bit of a hiatus from streaming. So mostly I'm on your channel on these Tuesdays, and I'm on Featherfall on every other Monday. Playing some D&D for now, and eventually making art again.
Nice. Dion, what do you got going on?
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool, awesome friends like you guys, you can find me on my channel at Substances Used, where I play retro JRPG games. We had just recently finished Mother 1 on the Nintendo, which was the originating start to the Earthbound title. And we're going to go into Earthbound next on Super Nintendo, so keep an eye out.
Cool. Richard.
I am Richard, and I should be streaming at some point, but I haven't been for a long time. But when I do stream, you can watch me play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now.
Limited
time
offer. No
vowels.
Vowels.
No bowels. Yeah. That's what's going to happen here. Oak, you got a game right after this one?
Excuse me. There is a game. How long I will be able to make it is undetermined yet. Got that Tuesday with you fine folks game after. I'm still trying to do some Deadlands on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I've only done 2 sessions so far, so that's not working out super great, but trying it. And then Fridays and Saturdays, midnight central for some 5e homebrew stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. And Jeff, you got some fairly exciting news to do, and if you don't mind, I can drop the link for the Kickstarter video.
Not at all. The Kickstarter isn't on. It's just I finished the video, so we're inching closer. I hope to get my little website in shape, and then with that, then we can do the Kickstarter. So it's like inch by inch, I'm getting closer to it. But this is my first time doing anything like this, so um, I'm trying not to do any missteps and listening to the advice of Bert and the others that are helping me.
Yeah,
So,
check out the video, guys. It's a family work here. Jeff and his son.
yeah, my son Josh actually built the video. He does shows like this, but for guys who are playing video games. So he takes their shows and edits them and redoes them, and then he makes money doing that. So he must be good at it. And,
That's always the sign. If you can make cash doing it, you must be good.
yeah. So I asked him, "Can you do mine?" And he says, "I never did anything for role playing games, for tabletop." And I said, "Well, let's give it a shot." And I think he did a pretty good job.
I think so too. Yeah, check it out there. It's a Dropbox link to the video that will be used for the Kickstarter. And of course, if you found us, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. We stream on Tuesdays, this game. Friday, BX Dungeons and Dragons. And this Sunday, Shadowrun using Tech Noir. Yeah, that's all going on. Check out the podcast at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. Well over a decade's worth of gaming goodness there. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.